service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Mattress Firm. Stop by Mattress Firm for summer Black Friday deals. Save up to $600 on select mattresses from top brands, with queens starting at $149.99. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
Plenty of showers and storms on Monday, and I expect more of the same today. Coverage up around 50 to 60%. So a lot of us see rain again today. Some of the storms could have gusty wind, a lot of lightning, and some very heavy rain. So keep that in mind. Temperatures around 90, 91 degrees. If you don't see much rain, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll do the same thing again on Wednesday. Coverage around 50 to 60% with highs in the low 90s.
That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Tuesday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. You keep listening, we'll keep you posted. At ReinhardtToyota.com, you can see and purchase vehicles that are on order and haven't arrived yet. Get the Toyota you want at ReinhardtToyota.com. Buckle up, folks, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention, River Region listeners. Take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. We start with news from around the world. The White House says the leader of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda is now dead. Military officials say a CIA drone strike took out Ayman al-Zawahiri in Kabul, Afghanistan over the weekend. He took over the terrorist group after U.S. forces took out Osama bin Laden 11 years ago. The death toll in Kentucky is now up to 37 people, with hundreds still missing. This comes after devastating flooding in the state last week. Rescue efforts will continue this morning. Leaders hope many of those unaccounted for will be located once cell phone service resumes. There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S. and 16 cases in Alabama. The virus causes flu-like symptoms first, then after a few days, skin rashes and small cysts that can be painful or itchy. The good news, though, it doesn't spread easily, often requiring close skin-to-skin contact. That's your news on this Tuesday morning. I'm Judd Davis in the newsroom.
This is Jeff Baranko with Chappie's Deli.
And Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
What are you drinking, Mike?
Oh, sorry. Chappie's Deli sweet tea. I love this stuff.
It's so southern and so good.
You know, we did a whole commercial on sweet tea back at the Sahara restaurant.
What restaurant was that, Gramps? Sahara?
Say what, Jeff?
Just kidding, Mike. We all know and love the Sahara. So, getting back to the Chappie's Deli commercial.
Oh, yeah. I remember at the Sahara, the chicken supreme. It was so good.
Mike, Chappie's Deli commercial, our Fiesta chicken wrap or Buffalo City wrap is also very good.
And we had meeting rooms at the Sahara.
Mike, focus here. Chappie's Deli has private meeting rooms for groups and parties too. Call any location.
And cold beer, and West Indies salad, and crab claws.
Folks, come reminisce and get your southern sweet tea at Chappie's Deli, Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Prattville, Baptist South Towers, and Auburn.
Blue Star medicated ointment works fast to relieve the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
It's amazing. It's like as soon as you put it on, you can feel it working. We've had Blue Star in the family for years. It works on everything.
I love the cooling sensation on my eyes.
What a relief for my eczema.
Nothing worked on my dry, cracked skin until I tried Blue Star.
Blue Star is great for scalp itch.
Look for the white box with a Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast. Or your money back.
Or your money back.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing like hats and long sleeves and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It is another day that the Lord has made. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial, on newsradio1440.com, or download our app, News Radio 1440, in the Google Play Store or in the Apple Play Store, in the Apple, whatever it is, that Apple thing is they got. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's time for our daily bread. And our daily bread today is simply entitled Life-Giving Correction. Our scripture insight today comes from Proverbs 15:31 through 33. Proverbs 15:31 says, whoever heeds life-giving correction will be at home amongst the wise. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, it is August the 2nd, 2022 AD. It is a day that has never been. And it, like all the other days of the past, is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day and you didn't. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you decide to do. So whatever you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done. On this day, August the 2nd, 2022 AD. And of course, I've always tell you, every one of you have lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, make sure that you reach back when you can and help somebody else along the way. Benjamin Elijah Mays said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I said that is the standard by which you live life. You shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must. Rest if you can. But never, ever, ever give up. Never quit. Because quitters don't win. Quitters don't win. And winners, where they may fail at a thing or two, they don't quit. And so the mountain's too high to get around, too high to get over, too wide to get around, too deep to go under. Sometimes you have to go through the mountain. But every once in a while, just ask for a little help. He'll be there. Trust me on that one. Good morning to you. Life-giving correction. That's our daily bread for this day. And remember, it is a great day to be alive.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Life-Giving Correction, was written by Karen Pimpo. Unfortunately, we had a pretty hard conversation recently, said Shelley. I don't think either of us enjoyed it, but I really felt her attitude and actions needed to be addressed in order to keep from hurting those around her. Shelley was talking about the young woman she mentors. Although uncomfortable, their conversation was fruitful and actually strengthened their relationship. Just a few weeks later, the two women led a church-wide prayer time with the theme of humility. Even outside of a formal mentoring relationship, we'll face a tough conversation or two with a brother or sister in Christ. In Proverbs, a book full of timeless wisdom, the importance of humility in giving and receiving correction is a repeated theme. In fact, constructive criticism is called life-giving and leads to true wisdom. Proverbs 15:5 says, "A fool spurns discipline, while those who heed corrections show good judgment." Put plainly, the one who hates correction will die. As Shelley witnessed, truth spoken in love can bring new life to a relationship. Is there someone in your life to whom a word of loving, life-giving correction should be spoken? Or perhaps you have recently received wise admonition and been tempted to respond with anger or indifference. To disregard discipline is to despise oneself, but to heed correction is to gain understanding. Let's ask God to help us give and receive correction with humility today. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Proverbs 15, verses 31 through 33. Whoever heeds life-giving correction will be at home among the wise. Those who disregard discipline despise themselves, but the one who heeds correction gains understanding. Wisdom's instruction is to fear the Lord, and humility comes before honor. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the courage of faithful friends who are willing, in love, to say the hard things we need to hear. Give us humble hearts, ready to receive life-giving correction that causes us to grow in wisdom. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All righty then.
Course. Oh.
Time to rise and shine. Time for Pink Take this morning. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough.
Airborne, every day.
Let's get it. Somebody get the first sergeant major out here. Let's get it. Yeah. Down in the mess hall on my knees.
Down in the mess hall on my knees.
We got nothing to eat but a can of beans.
Nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad.
Bread was molded and the meat was bad.
Oh, you know darn well that you can't eat that.
Hey, you know darn well.
Time to rise and shine. Here we go.
All the
way.
Gotta
be
tough.
rough and tough. Airborne all the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, needs a breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
All the way airborne, all the way driving on. All the way airborne, all the way driving on.
Time to rise and shine, Montgomery. In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go.
Green light lead with the chilling glow. All the way airborne.
What an airborne morning it is in Montgomery. Time to rise and shine at 6:22.
All the way driving on. Here we go. All the way.
Gotta be rough and tough. airborne all the way. All right, now it's time for PT. Somebody get Sergeant Major until they ain't retired yet. It's time to get on out here and get to running. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
2, 3, 4.
Run some more.
Run a little, run some more.
Well, when your left foot touch the ground,
When your left foot strikes the ground,
that clapping sound.
let me
Oh, yeah.
hear that clapping sound.
What a man born
Airborne,
all the way.
all the way.
Woo!
Fired up,
Feeling good,
feeling good.
Gonna run.
Hollywood,
Hollywood. Hollywood. Ain't good.
Good.
all right,
All right.
dynamite, everybody,
Everybody. Sound off. Everybody. Let me hear you.
In the rear,
In the rear.
keep it tight, in the middle,
Keep running, keep running, keep running.
in the front, rock steady,
Rock steady.
rough and ready,
Rough and ready.
80 deuce,
80 deuce.
here we come,
Here we go.
80 deuce,
Keep running, keep running.
airborne,
Airborne.
ain't it mean,
Ain't it mean?
rough and tough,
Rough and tough.
hey you,
Hey, you.
how you feel,
How you feel?
feeling good,
Feeling good.
all right,
All right.
dynamite,
Keep running, keep running.
Outside.
feeling good,
Feeling good.
motivated,
Motivated.
dedicated,
Dedicated.
on a beat,
On the bit. Airborne.
on a beat,
On the bit. Airborne. Woo! That's tough. All right, now got that part out the way. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, as well as Montgomery Police Department, Montgomery Fire Department, Montgomery Paramedics, Aaliyah. Good morning to the mayor, the Honorable Lewis Reed, Stephen Lewis Reed, as a matter of fact. And anybody else out there, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and anybody that goes in when everybody else is running out. Good morning to you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Cannot forget my sanitation departments. They like soldiers like me. No matter whether it's rain, shines, sleet, or snow, they're always out there on the go. Good morning to you guys. You think that was it? All righty then. We'll get to her. We'll get to that Friday. Anyway, good morning to everybody. Hope this day is finding everybody well. I'm still getting used to my new system here, but hopefully it'll be better today than it was yesterday. It's already going better already, so that's good. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well, finds you motivated. Today's daily grill is kind of interesting. To take correction. That's something hard for most of us to do, right? To take correction. I mean, we look at it as criticism. There's a difference between criticism and correction. But we got some things we want to talk about today, and a lot of things we want to talk about today. But first, don't forget now we have to have we have to do our word of the day. That's my attempt to broaden your horizons verbally, so you can tell people where to get off and make them want to go quickly. So that's my goal in our word of the day. So maybe you'll find yourself cogitating on the words of the day that I give you. And the word cogitate, of course, means to be in deep thought. So the next time the boss catches you with your eyes closed at work, you can say, I was cogitating. Okay, I was in deep thought, almost in a spiritual kind of thing. I was cogitating. So that way he can't say you were sleeping. You was in deep thought. Your eyes were just closed because you were just sitting there trying to realize the world around you. Okay, I'm just saying that may work. It may not. But if you never heard of the word before, then he may just give you some slack. Say, okay, well, next time cogitate with your eyes open. Okay, I can do that. We can do that. Anyway, good morning to you. All right, so gotta take a break, and we shall return uno momento. And what time is it? Yeah, 6:30 in the morning with the lessons of life and a few other things that I got for you guys this morning. Okay, all right, we'll be right back. I promise. Okay.
When it comes to
Sorry
erectile
about that.
dysfunction and low testosterone
Left that
issues,
on.
men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be
Good
intimate with my
morning,
wife
good
for the first time
morning.
in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff
Yeah, I
Barreto.
need
with
to bring my
Chappie's
phone
Deli.
up here, did
What
I?
are you eating, Jeff?
Chappie's Deli sweet potato fries.
They're so good. People eat them all the time. Jeff, what are you humming? But they aren't good phone calls. Don't do this.
Sweet potato fries. Dun, dun, dun. French fries never tasted so good.
Please, I'm begging.
I'd eat mine. Dun, dun, dun. Every day if I could.
Folks, come get your sweet potato fries with no singing at any Chappie's Deli. Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn.
Caroline. Yeah,
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m.
I
for
hear
the
ya.
Encore Show
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
on News Radio 1440.
Okay, all right. Okay, where's my finger here now? Okay, there it is right there.
That's something that I haven't always.
Okay. All right. See, I forgot to turn something off here. I don't know why. I forgot to I keep forgetting to turn that off. I don't know why. Yeah. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. You know what time it is? Time for our lessons of life and the word of the day and things that happen on this day, someplace in the world. We can never tell you everything that happened on this day, but this is just to wake you up and get your mind going, get your mind going. Because I got a lot of things to talk about today. I got a lot of things, but I can't get into it until next hour. So no sense wasting all this on all this good conversation just on myself. So I gotta wait for folks to get out of bed. I don't know why everybody isn't up anyway. I should be on like Alexa or something like that. Alexa, find that Elkins guy. Okay, and then bam, there I am right there on your radio. So News Radio 1440, and you don't even have to get out of bed anymore. I don't know what's gonna happen when the electricity goes off one day. Everybody's used to calling Alexa, and like Alexa's the kid in the house and to do everything for you. I don't know what you're gonna do when the electricity goes off, because you're just gonna have to do it yourself. I don't know what that's all about. But see, I am not letting Alexa, answer my door, open my refrigerator. Now, if Alexa could cook breakfast, then I'd be all right with them. But Alexa cannot cook breakfast. Alexa can just tell me where they think the breakfast all is. So I'm not an Alexa fan. Is it Alexa, whatever Alexa's name is? I'm not a fan of Alexa. Okay, I'm just not. No. Unless he can cook breakfast, cut the grass, things of that nature. I don't give much about. I don't really give 2 cents about Alexa. Okay, cut the grass though, and things of that nature. Then we may have a conversation. Okay, but other than that, I'm telling you, Alexa is not my friend. Okay, that's just not. We're not gonna play that. Alexa's just not gonna. I don't care much about Alexa. Okay, I don't care what you say on TV. Alexa this and Alexa that. I don't care. I'm not into Alexa. Okay, I'm just saying. Let's eat good breakfast. Okay, cut the grass. Alexa, go cut the grass. Now that's an Alexa. I like it. I like it. Alexa, cook me some food. Okay, we good. Okay, I'm just saying. But now Alexa is not that good. When Alexa gets that good, Alexa, can you take the car and get the oil change? Okay, then I'm all right for Alexa. Okay, other than that, Alexa does a voice out of the cosmos world. They can't do jack. Okay, I'm just telling. Anyway, good morning to you. The word of the day this morning, it means to exist in great quantity. Okay, quantity. Okay, quantity or quantity. Okay, what is that word? Abundance. 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 To exist in great quantity, like my intelligence. I have an abundance of that. Matter of fact, I'm almost a wizard. Okay, they should put me in the movies. Anyway, good morning to you. So that is our word of the day. Now, the lessons of life today is this one, and these are things you learn by living. You learn by living. You just that you can hear about things. It's like running a mile. You can watch everybody else run the mile and think you can do it. You can do that. You can even sit on in a chair in your car in an air conditioned room while watching all those guys out there in the sun, and you swear up and down in your own mind that you can do it too. Well, we'll never know because you haven't done it. Okay, we don't know that for sure, but you haven't done it. So these are things that after living a while, experiencing life, that you learn, and you should take heed to these things that I tell you every morning because they have somebody paid the price. And I will tell you something. There's never been a lesson taught that did not cost somebody. And the best way to learn is take advantage of everybody else's mistakes. Okay, I'm just saying you might want to put that under your hat or something. So it is better to take it to live off others' mistakes than make them yourself. I'm just saying. Again, there's never been a lesson taught that has not been bought by somebody. All right, now here's a lesson of life today, and as soon as young folks and some old folks realize this, they'll be better off. We always want the easy way sometimes, right? We always want, we don't want it too hard. We don't want to sacrifice for too many things. In our today's society, now when you go to a football game in the Pee Wee League, nobody loses. Nobody loses. Everybody gets a trophy. You get the winner's trophy and you get the participation trophy. At the end of the day, though, nobody gets a trophy because you can't get two trophies. There's got to be a winner and there's a loser. That is the nature of the land. That is law of nature. Somebody wins, somebody loses. Do you think when the lion meets the elephant that they just walk away from each other? Okay. I mean, really, do you think that the king of the jungle just gonna walk away saying, "Well, okay, I don't need any dinner tonight." Okay, no. Or he gets a lamb, or he gets a no. Somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose. And if you don't believe that's true, you're lying. You're lying to yourself, you're lying to the world, and somebody lied to you. Somebody loses, somebody wins. Doesn't make any difference what you think about it. It is the law of nature. But that's not my lesson in life. Not too many of us. But let me put it to you this way. What makes the guy in the newspaper or the rich people any different than you? I'll think of that for a second. What makes the guy that we read about in the news any different from you? The people who came up with great discoveries, people who have accomplish great things. What makes them any different than you? What makes them any different to you? Why are you sitting there reading about somebody else rather than somebody reading about you? Right. We know the answer. Really, we know the answer. We know the answer to the question. We know. Now, we don't want to deal with the answer to the question, but we know the answer. Okay? We know. Because too many of us will not come outside our comfort zone. Okay? We want to wait around. It's kind of like if you put a car on top of a hill and tell people you need some help pushing it down, everybody will help you. You know why they'll help you? Because they know it won't take much to push that car down the hill. But be at the bottom of the hill and ask somebody to help you push the car up. You won't get too many people to help you because they know pushing a car up a hill is a hell of a lot harder than pushing one down. Okay. Now, what is my lesson of life in this? We can choose courage or we can choose comfort. And we can have either one. We can have either one, but we can never have them at the same time. Okay? So you got to choose courage or you can choose comfort. But you cannot have them both at the same time. And that is my lesson of life today. You can either work when nobody else is working, or you can play when nobody else is playing. Either way, you can do both, but you cannot do them at the same time. So we all got to make decisions. So you can choose to be courageous, or you can choose comfort. Do you want people talking about you, or do you want to be someplace always talking about somebody else, the greatness that they are? It's got to be you. It's got to be you. You've got to decide courage or comfort. Again, you can have both. You just cannot have them both at the same time. So that's my lesson of life today. So in life, we are compelled to make decisions. We are compelled, which is why the name of this show is called Decisions, because everything we do requires us to make one. And even when we don't make a decision, we just did. So you can have courage or you can choose comfort, but you cannot have them both, at least not at the same time. So that's my lesson of life today. Okay? Hope you got something out of that. All right. And it's true. It's true. Okay, I'm just telling you. It's Tuesday morning. It is August the 2nd. It is the 214th day of the year, and there are 151 days left in this year. On August the 2nd, 1939, Albert Einstein signed a letter to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt urging creation of an atomic weapons research program. In 1610, during the fourth voyage to the Western Hemisphere, English explorer Henry Hudson sailed into what is now known as the Hudson Bay. In 1776, members of the Second Continental Congress began attaching their signatures to the Declaration of Independence. In 1862, that was, make sure I get this right and see it now. Okay, here we go. In 1862, Ambulance Corps of the Army of the Potomac was created by order of Major General George McClellan during the Civil War. In 1873, on this day, inventor Andrew S. Halliday successfully tested a cable car that he had designed for the city of San Francisco. In 1921, a jury in Chicago acquitted several former members of the Chicago White Sox team and two others of conspiring to defraud the public in the notorious Black Sox scandal. Opera singer Enrico Caruso, 48, died in Naples, Italy. The year was 1922. Alexander Graham Bell, generally regarded as the inventor of the telephone, died at Nova Scotia, Canada, at the age of 75. 1923, the 29th President of the United States, Warren G. Harding, died in San Francisco. Vice President Calvin Coolidge became the President of the United States. In 1934, German President Paul von Hindenburg died, paving the way for Adolf Hitler's complete takeover. 1945, President Harry S. Truman. On this day, Soviet leader Joseph Stalin and Britain's new Prime Minister Clemente Attlee concluded the Potsdam Conference, whatever that is all about. I wasn't there. 1980, 85 people were killed when a bomb exploded in a train station in Bologna. Bologna? Is that Bologna? It looks like Bologna. Anyway, you know what it is. Over in Italy. 1985, 137 people were killed when the Delta Airlines Flight 191 and Lockheed L-1011 TriStar crashed while attempting to land at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. The year was 1990. Iraq invaded Kuwait, seizing control of the oil-rich emirate. The Iraqis were later driven out by Operation Desert Storm. Yeah, yeah, I know it's over there, did you? Yeah, no. I just don't brag about it, you know. Wasn't for me that we wouldn't have won. 11 years ago, the Senate passed and President Barack Obama signed legislation to avoid an unprecedented national default. New York Yankees first baseman Mark Teixeira signed a major league record when he homered from both sides of the plate in the 12th for the 12th time in his career, doing a 6-0 win over Chicago White Sox. Not too crazy about baseball. 6 years ago, President Barack Obama castigated Donald Trump as unfit and woefully unprepared to serve in the White House. He challenged Republicans to withdraw their support for their party's nominee, declaring there has to come a point which you say enough is enough. Yeah, well, we see how that worked out. It worked out good for us. For most of us anyway. Now we're really catching hell. 2 years ago, Lord and Taylor, America's oldest retailer, joined the list of retail companies seeking bankruptcy protection after faltering during the pandemic. Florida's East Coast was pounded by heavy rains from tropical storms Isaiah. As state officials dealt with the surging cases of coronavirus and 2 years ago. Closing out the test flight by Elon Musk's SpaceX company, 2 NASA astronauts returned to the International Space Station with a retro-style splashdown as their capsule parachuted safely to the Gulf of Mexico. And those were some of the things that happened on this day. Any birthday today? Okay, I don't know who Nehemiah Perskoff is, but he's 102. Actor Joanna Cassidy, 76. Kathleen Harold is 71. Butch Patrick is 66. Senator Jackie Rosen, a Democrat, is 64. And Mojo Nixon is 64. Actor Victoria Jackson is 62. What else is going on? I never heard of none of these people. Who in the world? Rock musician John Staine is 53. Writer, actor, director Kevin Smith is 51. And actor Jacina Bassett is 49. Actor Sam Worthington is 45. Actor Edward Furlong is 44. And TV meteorologist Dylan Dreyer, TV's Today, is 40 years old. Actor Marcy Miller is 36. And singer Charlie XCF or XCFX, whatever her name is 29. And actor Haley Eisenberg is 29. I must don't watch TV because I don't know any of those folks are. I don't know any of those people. I mean, I'm still watching Perry Mason. So I guess that tells you where I'm at on TV. Is there any TV shows that are actually worth watching today? I mean, I think it all started to go down the hill when The Simpsons came on. You know, when The Simpsons came on, TV really, really started to go downhill. When The Simpsons came. I mean, I just, if it ain't gay this and gay that and if it ain't this, I mean, what else is it? And I don't know. Now you got women on TV shows that you find out later on is a guy. So that don't hurt. That just messes me up. So I'm still watching Perry. I know Perry. Although, did anybody know Raymond Burr was actually gay? But you know what I liked about that? Well, I mean, I didn't like it, but I didn't dislike it because I never knew that. It was his business. It's their business what you are. But Raymond Burr was actually gay. But what a hell of an actor, though. That had to be one of the best crime series, legal series ever on television. It is so good then that it is still good today because I watch it all the time. I'm watching the color version of it now. So and and do you guys know that he actually kissed Della Street in one segment? Do you know that? I mean, I've always wondered, did they have a thing going on? I mean, on the show, was there a thing going on? Because she was always the great secretary. She was always by his side, but not one time did he get out of hand with her. But anyway, so finally, the other day I was watching one. He actually hugged her and kissed her. Okay, on the cheek. But still, that's more than I expected. Perry mentioned that Raymond Burger did. But he's a Canadian, right? Did y'all know that? Yeah, he's a good guy. But anyway, so just in case you folks, you're old as I am, you remember Raymond Burr and the what's the name of that show? What's the name of that show? Perry Mason. You'll know that Della Street, Barbara Hill is her name. Della Street. She's a good old girl. I like that show. I still like that show, as a matter of fact. I hope my work outlasts me. Anyway, good morning. Right now it is 6:55 in the morning. If you got to be there by 7 o'clock, you got about 5 minutes by which to get there. The Taiwanese. Now, check this out. The Chinese say that if Pelosi comes to Taiwan, there's going to be major trouble for the United States from the Chinese. Now, I don't exactly know what that means, but there's going to be major trouble. They have called soldiers back from leave. They said, get ready for a war. So, because the Chinese say that Taiwan belongs to them, but the Taiwanese government said, no, we belong to us. We don't belong to you. So Nancy Pelosi, and the reason why this is a big deal, because Nancy Pelosi, I don't know how, she is the third person in charge in the line of succession if something was to happen to the president of the United States, which could possibly happen. So are we really going to chance a war with the Chinese? Because Pelosi, who ain't never, all they've done is gotten rich off the taxpayer. Are we really going to do that? Well, officials have warned about the trip due to safety concerns amid high tensions with China, which claims Taiwan is part of its territory. And despite island leaders insisting it is self-governed, the Defense Department is working to ensure around-the-clock monitoring of Chinese movements in the region. During her stay, she planned on going. Pelosi released an itinerary for her trip over the weekend that included stops in Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea, and Japan. Speculation quickly grew as to whether the House Speaker would visit Taiwan, prompting warnings from the Chinese media that figures of severe punishment. What are they going to do? Sell us our land back? Anyway, the California Democrat in her trip Monday, landing in Singapore, is begin her Asian tour. We're going to see if she actually steps down in Taiwan. We're going to see. If I had to bet money, I would say she won't go. If I had to bet some money, I would say Pelosi's not going to go to Taiwan. Anybody will put any money on that? No, I don't believe she will. I think she'll whip out and say, well, yeah, I don't, but we'll see. Okay, again, you can have comfort, okay, or you can have, things, but you can't have both at the same time. Courage, comfort or courage. I don't think she's courageous at all. But we'll see. I mean, I don't really know. I said, let China have their issues. We got our issues. And so, let them worry about theirs, okay? I don't know. But anyway, I wouldn't put $2 that she's actually gonna do it. Okay. Oh man, I gotta go. Time's up. All right. Well, we'll see you later. We'll be back hopefully in a few minutes. All right. So y'all just take it easy. We'll be back.
Your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning. I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. We start with news from around the world. The White House says the leader of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda is now dead. Military officials say a CIA drone strike took out Ayman al-Zawahiri in Kabul, Afghanistan over the weekend. He took over the terrorist group after U.S. forces took out Osama bin Laden 11 years ago. The death toll in Kentucky is now up to 37 people, with hundreds still missing. This comes after devastating flooding in the state last week. Rescue efforts will continue this morning, and leaders hope many of those unaccounted for will be located once cell phone service resumes. There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S. and 16 cases in Alabama. The virus causes flu-like symptoms first, then after a few days, skin rashes and small cysts that can be painful or itchy. The good news, though, it doesn't spread easily, often requiring close skin-to-skin contact. That's your news on this Tuesday morning. I'm Judd Davis in the newsroom.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. The Biden administration insists it had every right to take out the leader of al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri, who was killed by U.S. drones on the balcony of a safe house in Kabul. Correspondent Cami McCormick with this morning's reaction.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken accused the Taliban of grossly violating its promises that the country wouldn't be used to harbor terrorists who threaten the security of other countries.
CBS's Vicki Barker is at the foreign desk.
Nick Kay was Britain's ambassador in Afghanistan.
I take no pleasure in the death of any man, but I certainly do not mourn the passing of this individual.
Analyst Afzal Ashraf says though Zawahiri may be dead,
the brand of al-Qaeda will continue, as indeed the Nazi brand continued after the defeat of the Nazis in Germany.
The death toll is up to at least 37 in devastating flooding in eastern Kentucky. The governor says hundreds are still unaccounted for. Lee County Emergency Management Director John Allen says finding them is a challenge.
We're encountering roadways that are washed out or completely gone, so we're working on trying to get those areas open so that we can get search crews and humanitarian crews into those areas.
At least 2 people have died in a massive wildfire near the Northern California-Oregon border. This man lives in Wairika.
There's no update on whether or not my place is gone.
The McKinney fires now burned an area larger than the city of Seattle. Firefighters say lightning storms, extreme heat, and dry brush are feeding the flames. It's still hotter than usual in Portland, Oregon, where today's high will be 88. 79-year-old Laura Watkins has no AC in her apartment.
I'm scared. And, people pass away from this. Let's talk about last year and how many people died.
Guy Reffitt, who brought a gun with him to storm the Capitol on January 6th, has been sentenced to more than 7 years. Correspondent Scott McFarland.
Guy Reffitt has always been a high-level January 6th case, accused of having a gun on his waist as he confronted police on the front lines January 6th. Prosecutors recommended a 15-year prison sentence. The judge issued a 7-year, 3-month sentence instead.
Uber reporting record revenue, $8 billion in the second quarter. It credits more drivers and couriers returning to the roads post-pandemic. Company still lost almost $2 billion from investments in other ride-hailing services. A best-selling storyteller will be in court. Horror master Stephen King expected to testify in a federal antitrust trial. The Justice Department trying to block Penguin Random House from a merger with rival Simon & Schuster, a division of Paramount, our parent company, here at CBS. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right, and when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
One major city may make you wait for the light to change.
The Washington, D.C. City Council wants to ban right turns on red as part of the city's Vision Zero initiative launched in 2015 with the goal of eliminating traffic deaths and serious injuries by 2024. It hasn't been going well. Last year, 40 people were killed in traffic accidents on city streets, half of them pedestrians or bicyclists, the most since the initiative began. So far this year, 11 pedestrians and 3 cyclists have died in traffic accidents in the city. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
How do you snag cost-conscious shoppers in the age of inflation?
Your best hair day starts today.
Wall Street Journal says companies like Unilever are offering new smaller sizes of products like Suave shampoo and Hellmann's mayo.
Creamy, delicious Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Heinz is offering 10 packs of popular items, other companies using up products they stockpiled during the pandemic. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey, bud, this is Coco. Hey, Captain from the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Ocean Moore. We have some great news. We're building a new warehouse.
Yes, but the bad news is we have over $1 million worth of inventory that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. I would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the Rustic Outlet. Don't let it pass you by. Come save big and help us get it gone.
Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak Moore.
The City of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit montgomeryal.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Summer is here, so get out and enjoy the sun. At Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's easy with the Make This the Summer event. The all-new Grand Wagoneer is here and ready for you and the great family fun. Summer is a blast in the new Dodge Charger or Dodge Challenger with 0% APR for 72 months. Make this the summer. Hop online. We're here by chat, text, and phone to help you. TallasseeAutomotive.com. Drive a little, save a lot. With the Food Tech Plus Finance from Chrysler Capital, 13.8% finance, leasing, toll factory, etc. See deal.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And don't you know? Okay, I'm here. I'm live. I'm in person. Man, I don't know what happened. I was going for a couple of minutes. And what happens? What happens when you go? Things happen. Anyway, good morning to you. Our show has been brought to you in part this morning by J.L. Lane Truck and Auto. J.L. Lane Truck and Auto online. They have an online inventory, so you can always go to the website and check out what they got today. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com. 272-4313, 272-4313. Online inventory, go to the website, JLLaneTruckandAuto.com. You can buy here, you can buy there, you can pay there. You don't have to worry about kissing the ring of the credit bureau or anything like that. You sit down, Mr. Lane and Steve, and they work on a plan with you. You say, I'll do this, and they say, you need to do this. You say, okay, guys, you're riding. You're riding. You're off your heels and got yourself some wheels. Now, the cars have been cleaned. They have been diagnosed. They have been cleared of any known issues, so you can drive with confidence. You can drive with an assuredness that rarely is seen in Montgomery, Alabama, in the used car business. Their job is not to sell cars. Their job is to have customers that buy cars from them. Okay, so here's the deal. 272-4313. Go online to JLLaneTruckandAuto.com and you can check out the inventory right now. Right now, while you're at work. Okay, why you supposed to be at work anyway. Anyway, good morning to you. You know, I didn't realize that school starts next Monday. Here we go. And I've been trying to get a conversation with the new superintendent I realize that those guys are, I want to be an advocate for our school system. I do. I want to be an advocate rather than an adversary. But my child has a right to go to a school system that excellence is expected and chaos is not. And so that is my whole thing. I haven't really. I mean, I read the excerpts from the newspaper and stuff like that, but I haven't had an opportunity to sit down with him. And I've been trying to get this done, but they haven't made it happen yet. I'd rather be an advocate than an adversary to the school system. There's just some things got to change. There's just some things that have to change. I mean, just about every major urban mecca in America, this cultural change that has come about in our communities, where we don't expect excellence. We just expect you to come to school, but we don't expect excellence of you. There's just something wrong with that. We're making all of the excuses for failure. And again, we have to ask ourselves, why do we always have to read about great people? Why not teach our kids to become that great person? Stop reading about everybody else's history. Make your own. And there's only one way to do that. You have to decide if you want to put in the work to get it done. You can be anything you want to be, but the problem is that you've got to be willing to put in the work. And next Monday, if I live and doesn't happen, I'm gonna play "Every Child Needs a Champion" by Rita Pearson. It's always a good motivating thing the first day of school, but I didn't realize it started that quick. Man, but anyway, it's coming, and all this glory. And again, it doesn't make sense to have a uniform policy in public school if you don't keep anybody adhere to it. It doesn't make any sense to have a policy about keeping your shirt in your pants, looking neat, if you don't make people adhere to it. Okay, I'm just saying, I hope Dr. Melvin, whatever his last name is, somebody needs to get serious about this education, because even education doesn't guarantee you success anymore. But there's one thing that is absolutely guaranteed. If you do not get some sort of education, learn how to do something, they got to sell with your name on it. They got to sell with your name on it, or space at the graveyard, because there's nothing else you can do. Excellence is the way to do it. And I don't know why we make so many excuses for our kids. I just don't know why. I don't know why, but I hope this new guy really, I mean, there's no reason why people should have to send their kids to a private school to get a great education. There's just no reason why you should have to spend all that extra money when 1 and 1 is 2, whether it's at Jeff Davis or whether it's at Hooper Academy, whether it's MA Montgomery Academy. 1 and 1 is 2, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 16, blah 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 blah. The numbers don't change. Okay. Again, I want to be an advocate for our public schools, not an adversary. But I got to tell you, we have got to raise the level of expectation of everything that goes in those doors. Everything. Okay. And the first thing I would do is take cell phones out to school. Well, not out to school, but I would surely take them out of the classroom. And at lunchtime, you can have your cell phone, chat, whatever you want to do. But during class instruction, you don't need those phones. Okay. I mean, that's just me though. That's just me. I'm not in charge of. I don't know who came up with that bonehead idea anyway. I just don't know. It is National Night Out. National Night Out will be celebrated with events throughout Montgomery on to this afternoon. The event is part of a nationwide crime-fighting effort, not doing too good at the moment, designed to get people to meet their neighbors and law enforcement officers. This is estimated that about 38 million people. I don't know how many of those will be in Montgomery, but 38 million people will take part in the 16,000 U.S. communities. Okay, people are asked to lock their doors, turn on their porch light. Okay, turn on their porch light. What else they want to do? Yeah, and go outside to meet people around them. Okay, in our area, events are being held at 3 locations in Montgomery, so that the folks can meet people who work with the police department, fire department, as well as the Montgomery County Sheriff Department. Events will have food, games, and plenty of activities. As a matter of fact, Montgomery County Sheriff will be at the Home Depot, Chantilly Parkway. Now you gotta almost buy a car to get out there. Capitol Heights Civic Organization, wherever that is, Louis Armstrong Park, 1849 Madison Avenue. District 4 City Council member Arju Graham, Carver High School, 2001 West Fairview Avenue. And okay, that's all I got in there. So at least she's getting out there. So listen, it's what they call saying, crime night out or whatever it's called, national night out. Go around me. And it is a shame. It is a shame we live in communities and we don't even know our next door neighbor. I mean, we really don't know who they are. And I don't get that. I introduce myself to everybody. I mean, you don't know who your neighbors is. Get out the house. All right, get out the house. See who your neighbor is, and then maybe if you see who your neighbor is, they will look out for you, and you look out for them. Okay, I mean that's just the way that works. There's a class action lawsuit against Hyundai supplier prompts class action law about child labor. Well, you can't get no grown folks to show it. Might well use the kids. They don't mind working. I don't know. Let's see. In July, Reuters published an exclusive story. Said that Smart, Alabama had 3 children from a Guatemalan migrant family working in the plant. A 14-year-old girl and her 2 brothers, 15 and 12. Ain't that young. Reuters say it got confirmation from police. The family is former current workers. Reuters said the family lives in Enterprise and the children did not attend school. Smart, Alabama makes parts for the Hyundai Motor Manufacturing in Alabama, which is name of the car maker's assembly plant in Montgomery. The class action lawsuit filed on behalf of Leah Reese, who lives in Torrance, California, that the suit says she purchased a 2012 Hyundai Sonata and would not have brought it had she known the defendant used child labor. Really? Who do they believe is making the computers? Who do they believe is making other things that we have in our house? Look at our house. Really, you really believe that the kids in other countries don't make this stuff? Yeah, they're working the devil. I mean, you really don't. You really so, but you would have turned down a car if you'd have known it was made by a child. Right. Then Americans are stupid. If you don't believe in Foxconn in China, they got kids, they got them chained to things. As a matter of fact, they got suicide nets. If you own a computer in the last 10, 15 years, okay, you have bought a product that was made by, at least in some part, by kids. Okay, you got a cell phone? Oh yeah. Some of those parts, yeah. They had suicide nets in some of these places because they worked people so hard they would just jump off the thing. And so what happened was they finally put nets around so they wouldn't kill themselves. Okay. So okay. I wouldn't have bought the car if I'd have known the child labor was doing it. Okay, well you need to go to your house and take everything out of it said made in China. You need to take everything out of there said made in China, and you don't have to worry about it after that. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, with our righteous indignation. And that coffee pot you're using to make that coffee every day in the morning? Yeah, there's a lot of folks been worked like dogs in order to make that stuff. Okay, I'm just saying. Well, I think we call that hypocrisy. Okay, and you can't find grown people to work, so you might well let somebody work, dude. I don't know. Is 14 too young? I don't think so. I think 15 is good. 15 is good to work. I mean, shouldn't slave them to death, but I mean, Well, what's the difference in doing that and working on a farm, getting up 2 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning and feeding the chickens before you go to school? Like I used to have to do is get up in the morning and put the coal in the. We had coal, put the coal in the furnace and all that stuff. What's the difference? Come on, man. Let's go. Matter of fact, at least if they're working, they're not in trouble. That's what I'm saying. And again, I didn't get into this yesterday too much because I'm still trying to figure out who this person is. That's Ziegler, I think, Carmen Ziegler Moore or something like that. Still trying to figure out who our latest person on the city council is. I'm not, excuse me, the county commission is. I'm still trying to figure out. I've never heard of her. And I'm just, and normally I hear everybody, I just never heard of her. Um, so, and I know she's supposed to be minority business consultant. I don't really know what the hell that means, what they do, uh, what do they do, and have any of those programs, actually ever um, helped minority businesses? I don't know if any of them have. I mean they come up with these programs every couple of days. But let me talk about something this morning that I had. You know, oh, you remember that guy, that 70-year-old guy? He's been indicted for fatal shootings at 3 people at Vestavia Hills Church. They look like they did the right thing to him. He got a big old black eye. They should have whooped his tail really good. But anyway, he got a big old black eye in the paper this morning. Robert Finley Smith is his name. Finley Smith. Grand jury indicted 70-year-old man on capital murder charges in the fatal shootings of 3 people in Vestavia Hills Church potluck dinner in June. So, yeah, well, y'all save us some money. Anyway, the Jefferson County Grand Jury indicted Robert Finley Smith this week in connection with the June 16 shootings of Walter Bart Rainey, 84 years old, of Irondale, Sarah Yeager, 75, of Pelham, and Jane Pounds, 84, of Hoover. And this is what AlabamaAO.com has reported. I don't know. And everybody's mad at Clefalo Dollar because Clefalo Dollar said that he'd been teaching the wrong thing about tithing. We've been telling you that for years. But now Clefalo ain't giving in that money back. He worked about $27 million. So he ain't gonna give any of that money back. But of course you didn't get the money to Clefalo anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Okay. Let me see who this is. If my phone working this morning. Good morning. Yes, I'm doing fine. No, no, but as long as it makes sense to you, that's all that matters. All right there, Mr. Ed. Appreciate it, I think. I'll tell you. Anyway, good morning. So, Creflo Dollar, that's worth about $27 million, has now told everybody to throw his books away, throw all of his stuff away that he taught about tithing. I've been telling y'all about tithing for years. Tony Butler, he's coming all the time and telling us that, we're not under the law of tithing. But he ain't talking about giving none of that money back. He worked $27 million. And so he said, I should give all that money back. But then again, you don't tithe to the man, you tithe to the Lord anyway. So maybe he figured he can do something good with it. Yep. You can always tell when the preacher needs more money. When you go to church and the sermon of the morning is "Would a man rob God?" You know he's finna ask you to go deep down in your pocket. Okay, finna ask you that to go deep down there right now and get some of that money out of there. Okay, I don't know. Mega church preacher Creflo Dollar has changed his heart about tithing. Dollar, who is the founder and CEO of World Changers Church International, headquartered in College Park, Georgia, about 7 miles from Atlanta, preached the prosperity gospel while it worked to make him one of the wealthiest black preachers with a net worth of about $27 million. Dollar said that he is no longer urging nearly the 30,000 member congregation to tithe 10% of their income to the church. Typically, tithing is considered a biblical commitment to one's place of worship. Okay, then. All right. Anyway, during a recent sermon entitled "The Great Misunderstanding," Dollar said that 10% tithe concept was a rule cited in the Old Testament. Since he is preaching in the New Testament, his followers didn't need to submit to that rule. Instead, he noted that under the New Testament, people can tithe whatever they are comfortable with, more or less than 10%. He also urged his followers to throw away every book after they had already bought it now, every tape and every video I have ever did on the subject of tithing. But he added he will not apologize for his error in understanding the scripture. Okay. He said, I want to start off by saying I am growing and teaching, and I've shared in the times past on the subject of tithing were not correct. Well, he got all the money he need right now, so he good. Okay, I'm good with that. He's good. Okay. So, all right then. So Creflo said, and I've been telling y'all for years, you don't have to tithe, but you do have to give. You do have to give. You don't have to tithe, but you do have to give. Okay. Germany, France, and other European countries shut down AstraZeneca COVID vaccine over blood clot fears. Wow. More European countries, including Germany and France, have cut down the use of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine over growing concern that it causes blood clot. At least 18 countries, including Italy, Spain, Portugal, and Indonesia, have so far discontinued the use of the vaccine due to possible side effects, including bleeding and blood clot. Denmark and Norway were the first countries to stop using the vaccine. Okay, then. Now, let's talk about something that we all, well, never mind. I'll say this to next hour, because there's something going on in Montgomery that we need to talk about this morning. I've been saving this for a while. We need to talk about this for a moment, because something in the milk is not clean, and we keep getting the same old story. We keep getting the same old story, the same old way all the time. Something in the milk is not clean. So when we come back, let us investigate. I put on my investigator hat, and yesterday I found things out. I'll share them with you when we come back.
Seeking help? Check out Indeed, an all-in-one hiring solution that makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Plenty of showers and storms on Monday, and I expect more of the same today. Coverage up around 50 to 60%. So a lot of us see rain again today. Some of the storms could have gusty wind, a lot of lightning, and some very heavy rain. So keep that in mind. Temperatures around 90, 91 degrees. If you don't see much rain, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll do the same thing again on Wednesday. Coverage around 50 to 60% with highs in the low 90s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got a new accident in Prattville. It's on Cobbs Ford Road in front of Logan's Steakhouse. So please use caution if you're heading in that direction. And the accident in Wetumpka at Fire Tower Road on Highway 14 has been cleared. So good news there. It's back to school time at Premier Place. Shop Cato Fashion, Sally Beauty, Professionals Spa, America's Best Contacts and Eyeglasses, and more. Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners. Take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
We've got Chris Pack mid-mornings, Mark Levin for your drive home, and Ben Shapiro for your evening. It's News Radio 1440 and NewsRadio1440.com.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional. With My Computer Career, IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You can have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Are you hungry? Are you ready to eat now? Then head on over to Bojangles in Eastchase. Bojangles has you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day, every day. Get a hot breakfast with homemade fluffy biscuits, bacon, grits, and eggs, or grab the Bo Chicken Sandwich combo for lunch. And on your way home, make the family happy with an 8-piece of the best chicken around. Wash it all down with ice-cold sweet tea. And don't forget dessert, because a sweet potato pie is back. Get to Bojangles now, because it's Bo time. 9066 East Chase Parkway. And right now, you can take advantage of a Bojangles sweet deal. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deal. You can get $50 to spend at Bojangles for just $25. That's right, for just $25, you can get $50 to spend at Bojangles in East Chase. But you've got to hurry. These deals go fast. Just visit this radio station's website and click on Sweet Deals for your Bojangles deal.
Are you prepared for more severe food shortages? It's likely that over the next year, serious food shortages will plague us. American farmers are dealing with insane diesel fuel prices and fertilizer shortages, which will lower crop yields. And that means your family's favorite foods will soon be in short supply while fetching sky-high prices. Inflation is the new normal, folks. It's time to act before things get even worse. Go to mypatriotsupply.com without delay. You'll find ready-hour emergency food kits from My Patriot Supply that last up to 25 years in storage. Each kit provides over 2,000 calories a day to keep your energy up. Order your emergency food kits today by going to mypatriotsupply.com. Your food ships fast and arrives in unmarked boxes. Listen, there are ways to beat food shortages. When you're ready for real preparedness, make sure to look for Ready Hour Foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com right now. mypatriotsupply.com.
Being here with Just Blinds in Prattville, your trusted source for all things quality and beauty when it comes to window treatments for your home. Well, no question, the summertime heat has arrived in full force. Let us at Just Blinds help you not only cool down your home and your outdoor living space, we'll also help you save money on those cooling bills. How do we do that? Easy, with the latest in energy-efficient shades and blinds, complete with a range of options for motorization and automation. Visit our Just Blinds showroom in Prattville or online at gojustblinds.com. And stay cool, everyone.
Is your foot pain becoming a hassle? Can't get through a workday without pain? Can't go shopping without limping down the aisles? I'm Dr. Brian Kelly, a board-certified podiatrist with specialized training in endoscopic procedures for heel pain and neuromas. Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. Follow us on Facebook or visit us on the web at www.greenvillefootcare.com, where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. 860-1440 is the number here you want to give us a call, whatever on your mind this morning. Got a couple of things I got to get to this morning. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Doing fine.
I'm working on something like that myself. Only between 1965 and 2015. It involves Montgomery, Selma, the whole bit. Selma to Montgomery.com. That's the website. I've owned it for about 15 years. But anyway, you mentioned a couple of things in that timeline, which is very timely with what's going on in the world right now. One of them was about Hindenburg and Hitler coming to power. All right. And, then you wake up this morning, and, have you ever been across the international date line?
I think I was one time on somebody's ship, but not that I spent any time there very much. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I think we need to stay. I really believe we need to stay out of that. I don't. It's amazing to me where politicians want to go places and send young folks to fight the wars they start. I mean, sometimes you got to fight, but there's some fights that we don't need to bog ourselves down in. But we shall see. Now, here's a question I asked. Here's a couple questions I got to ask you. Everybody, anybody remember the American Rescue Plan? Anybody remember that? Yeah, that thing where we paying Levitate $42,000 a month. Well, you know we're still paying them. Yeah. We're still paying $42,000 a month to Levitate. Now, so and if we keep this up, all the money that could have been used for projects in Montgomery County, in Montgomery, it's going to Levitate. Again, I'm not mad at Levitate. I don't know who they are. Well, I know who they are. But $42,000 a month is more than some people make in a couple of years. So we're giving that money to this organization, and they were supposed to advise us of how we could spend the money. Are they telling us? And here's where that rubs me the wrong way. Are you telling us, the people of Montgomery County, that all these politicians that we have in office, all the staff that we have in office, after going on 2 years now, we cannot read the regulations to understand it? We are still paying these people $42,000 a month. After a while, the American Rescue Plan is going to be the American Politician Rescue Plan, because it's not going to. And do you guys know that not one major project has been targeted for this money yet? We always get together and we talk about the money and what we can do, but not what. But we do know one thing for sure: we're paying $42,000 a month to an organization which I didn't hire them, somebody else did. But 42 grand a month. And so here's what I just figured out. I figured out that the people of Montgomery need a lobbying arm. We really need it, because nobody lobbies for the regular folks. Nobody lobbies for them. Okay, Levitate, I guess, is getting requests from other people about money. I mean, nobody lobbies for the regular guys like me and you. Yeah, no, nobody. I mean, we are still paying these people $42,000 a month. 42 grand a month. And I asked myself, well, why are we doing that? Okay, and so there's not been one major formal proposal to do with this money, except what we do know for sure is we're spending $42,000 a month paying an organization, which again, I don't know if they're worth it or not. I don't have a clue, but it just seems like to me that nobody's lobbying for the regular folks. You know how much money? I like to know how much money we paid them all together. I mean, really, I would like to know how much money we have paid them all together, because they seem to be the only people, and the Chamber of Commerce got a little bit of money, but nothing like these folks have got. So it just seems like to me that we're not one formal proposal. We're paying 42 grand a month to an organization to tell us what we can spend the money on. I guess they assume that we can spend the money on them. Okay, I guess that's what that's all about. But 42. Okay, I didn't say $42,000 a year. I said $42,000 a month. A month. Okay, a month. What are the citizens of Montgomery County getting for $42,000 a month? So evidently, we need our own lobbying arm in order to get some, I guess, in order to get some attention. But anyway, we'll be back. So what we need is our own lobbying group. Where's Roberta when you need her? Because somebody needs to explain to me what they are doing for $42,000 a month, a continuum that's been going on ever since this Build Back Better American Rescue Plan has been going into effect. So Can anybody give me one formal major proposal for the city of Montgomery, the county of Montgomery, where this money is supposed to be going to? The city is paying $22,000, and I think the county is paying $22,000 or something close to it, or vice versa. We'll be back. See, they expect us to forget it. I forgot it. We'll be back.
This time a girl is gonna stay. This time a girl is gonna stay.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. When your ride fires on all cylinders, so do you. That's why Napa is on a mission to keep you in motion. With nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, the Napa network has everything you need to get up and go.
Plenty of showers and storms on Monday, and I expect more of the same today. Coverage up around 50 to 60%. So a lot of us see rain again today. Some of the storms could have gusty wind, a lot of lightning, and some very heavy rain. So keep that in mind. Temperatures around 90, 91 degrees. If you don't see much rain, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll do the same thing again on Wednesday. Coverage around 50 to 60% with highs in the low 90s. That's the First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. No major problems or accidents are being worked by the authorities. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, things are moving smoothly. Keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Medical billing and coding classes begin September 13th. Pharmacy technician begins September 19th at Trenholm State. You may qualify for WIAO funding. Call Trenholm State today, 420-4240. Buckle up, folks. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners. Take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
When it comes to keeping up with projects on your property, you need quality equipment you can depend on. That's exactly what you get with John Deere equipment from SunSouth. And now's a great time to drive off in a new John Deere from SunSouth during the trade-in, trade-up sales event. Receive up to $2,500 trade-in bonus cash on 2012 or newer competitive-like trade-ins. Find the John Deere that's right for you. Visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Offer valid on qualifying purchases made through August 30th, 2022. Trade-in bonus varies based on model and competitive shipping. Some restrictions apply. CDO for details.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
This is Jeff Baranko with Chappie's Deli.
And Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
Mike, let's talk about our Chappie's Deli vinegar slaw.
Oh yeah, I love it. So tasty and good for you. Perfect on any sandwich too.
We get lots of calls from people wanting the recipe.
And just like Coca-Cola, Colonel Sanders, and my age, it's a secret.
Mike, why don't we give out the recipe right now on this commercial?
Jeff, I don't think that's a good idea.
First, you shred cabbage, then on a slicer.
Jeff!
Then you add 1 cup of, a pint of, and a teaspoon of. Hey, what's going on?
Well, that's weird. I knew this thing would come in handy. Folks, come get your secret recipe slaw at any Chappie's Deli. Berry Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat food has chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Was getting mad, 'cause I could never make.
And welcome back again. Good morning to you. Let's go ahead phone right quick, see who is there. Good morning on there. Good morning. I had an interesting vacation. I didn't really know what to do because I never taken one, so I was basically walking around in the middle of the street looking. So, yeah, that's true. Yes, I do. I'm just trying to figure out the American Rescue Plan. I'm trying who in the hell is being rescued except politicians. I guess the city council and the county commission got together because they both are paying half of that money. That's $44,000. I think 20 is coming from 22 is coming from each party, I guess. But they're the only one making money. No. I said you can be courageous or you can have comfort. You just can't have both at the same time. No. She hers is about comfort. Right. Yeah, that's true. But I really am worried about this American Rescue Plan because I mean we keep hearing about the money. And they have paid these people over $528,000, and that's per year. And I just don't. Where's the money going? And nobody's come up with a proposal. I mean, they keep talking about well, we're going to talk about what we can do, but we really haven't really done much. Till it's gone. Yeah, till it's gone. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I think the county commission and the city council need to answer for this money. I think somebody needs to tell us, stop coming to us, tell us what you think about doing, tell us what you actually have done. And again, it's my understanding, not one major proposal has been accomplished by this. Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. And I think, no wonder people have lost confidence in their government officials. No wonder. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I can't hear it on this end. I can't hear it on this end. Well, I'll really hear that, huh? Oh, okay, okay. Is it gone now? Okay, so now I know what's going on. All right, good. Yeah. Mhm. No, you don't. Mm. Well, I just don't understand it. Yeah. I would assume that the chairman of Montgomery of the county commission and yeah, Doug Singleton is, yeah, because the money is just going and going and going, but it's not going to the place. Yeah. Yeah. I just know $42,000 a month to any organization. That's just a lot of money. Right. Yeah. I don't believe so. Anyway, hey, yeah, no. Okay, because I'm gotta go to a break right now, but we'll be back. Somebody needs to come up with some answers. Where's the money? Are we all going into one place? I don't know.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. We start with news from around the world. The White House says the leader of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda is now dead. Military officials say a CIA drone strike took out Ayman al-Zawahiri.
I'll keep holding
the terrorist group after U.S. forces took out Osama bin Laden 11 years ago. The death toll in Kentucky is now up to 37 people, with hundreds still missing. This comes after devastating flooding in the state last week. Rescue efforts will continue this morning, and leaders hope many of those unaccounted for will be located once cell phone service resumes. There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S. and 16 cases in Alabama. The virus causes flu-like symptoms first, then after a few days, skin rashes and small cysts that can be painful or itchy. The good news, though, it doesn't spread easily, often requiring close skin-to-skin contact. That's your news on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the newsroom.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez in New York. There are new questions after President Biden announced the leader of Al-Qaeda, one of the planners of 9/11, had been killed in a targeted U.S. drone strike on a safe house in Kabul. Correspondent Catherine Herridge.
A former senior U.S. military official who ran counterterrorism operations told CBS News the question now is how the al-Qaeda leader could be living in the Afghan capital without the support of the Taliban.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says they found more bodies after severe flooding in eastern Kentucky, but the official death toll stands at least 37. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Everything in the house is gone.
Coated in mud, Butch Bentley was at a loss as he stood outside his flood-damaged home in Maytown, Kentucky.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Preston Case has been helping with the cleanup in Wayland, Kentucky.
People's whole lives laying in the front yard, and you know, these people work really hard to get what they have.
Hundreds of people are still missing. There's devastation and new danger in Northern California near the Oregon border, where at least 2 people have died in the state's largest wildfire this year. Correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is in Siskiyou County.
Rain overnight helped stop this fire from progressing, but there is still more wind and possible chances of lightning in the forecast.
Nearly 24 people are missing. California and Illinois have joined New York in declaring states of emergency over monkeypox to speed up response, prevention, and treatment. Peter Tran joined hundreds who lined up for hours hoping to get vaccines.
This is like a vaccine that's been out for such a long time, and like the rollout of the vaccines throughout this nation it's absolutely horrible.
47% of all 5,800 reported infections in the U.S. are in those 3 states. Voters in Kansas become the first in the nation today to cast ballots on the abortion issue after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This rape survivor says she will not vote in favor of altering the state constitution to allow lawmakers to decide on an abortion ban.
I screamed no, and I wasn't heard then. He didn't listen to me. But I'm going to vote no, and people are going to listen. I am a Christian woman, but I had that choice back then, and I want every woman to have that choice.
The Supreme Court has ruled in the Biden administration's favor on immigration policy. CBS's Christopher Cruz in Washington.
The 5-4 ruling allows for an end to a Trump-era policy that required asylum seekers to wait in Mexico until their hearings were scheduled in immigration courts in the U.S. Still, the White House hasn't said when, how, or even if it will end the policy.
S&P futures are down 25, Dow futures off 174. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
You know, it's true. Difficult times have a way of focusing us. We have to think about what matters most when it comes to our spending, our health care. No doubt. This is why so many people are joining MediShare right now. MediShare is a trusted way to save up to 50% on your monthly healthcare costs. More than 400,000 people have already made the switch. It's pretty obvious why, too, especially now during this challenging season with healthcare costs and out-of-pocket expenses going up. MediShare can save you a lot of money. The typical family saves $500 a month. And MediShare is a Christian healthcare sharing ministry that's worked beautifully for 27 years. There are different options to choose from to fit your budget. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Maybe now is the perfect time to make the switch and start saving. Here you go. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
That extra slab of bacon could come with a hefty price tag. for your heart.
A massive 30-year study of more than 1 million adults, primarily in the U.S. and U.K., has found that every extra daily portion of processed or red meat consumed increases your risk of heart disease by 22%. The British researchers say the danger comes from chemicals produced during digestion. Eating poultry did not seem to carry the same risk. Earlier studies have found even low consumption of red and processed meat can raise your risk of bowel cancer. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
A Hollywood star steps in to try to stop a crime.
We went on the show because I thought she'd be watching.
His representatives say Slumdog Millionaire's Dev Patel tried to break up a fight in Adelaide, Australia, where a woman stabbed a man in the chest at a local gas station. Police say the couple had been fighting in the street, then in a convenience store, when the actor stepped in. The man's expected to survive, the woman charged with assault. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Another Guardian Credit Union store.
Hey, so what are we doing with your hair today? I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays? Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit Union, and he used it to upgrade his kitchen appliances. That's what I need to do. Guardian has great rates and a friendly team that makes payments affordable. Perfect. I guess stylists really can fix everything.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthy. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Well, it's a Tuesday morning. It's a Tuesday. I guess it's a Tuesday morning. I guess it's a city council thing tonight. I believe there is. I think there is. And the board issue will come back up again. Everybody's talking about the American Rescue Plan and all this money they're paying these people to tell us what we can spend the money on. But every time we turn around, everybody's always doing something. We got plans for West Montgomery. And all of a sudden we haven't seen their plans. But Boyd is trying to put something over there that looks decent, and now we want to stop him. They want to. I hope they go ahead and support the guy because right now, well, do you want to see a parking lot in your neighborhood? Yeah, I'd rather see a parking lot in my neighborhood than a field with a bunch of trash all in it. But anyway, I hope Boyd on city council because they're not putting anything over there. They're just not. They're not putting anything at all over in West Montgomery. Okay, I'm so tired of hearing the promises of West Montgomery. I don't know what to do. Okay, I'm so tired. So I think the citizens of Montgomery, especially folks in West Montgomery, got to take action here. And speaking of that, there's something else that needs action taken on also. But we'll get to them in a second. 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us a call or talk to you, whatever on your mind. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah. 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 Well, why is it that right? But why is it that for years we keep hearing this? We keep hearing this. Every couple of years we keep hearing what's going to be done. Martha Rose in the city council then. Todd been mayor 10 years since that. Emory was mayor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What have, well, tell me. But a lot of that stuff was started when the other folks were there. So tell me, what significantly has changed on West Fairview Avenue or on West Montgomery in the last 30 years? Give me the significant change. So, oh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened to you. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good.
Welcome back, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Need to talk to people in this town. This is when you miss the Eileen Jones from WSFA and the people that used to do true reporting. If you'll go back and take a look at the last county commission meeting, and this is public record, by the way, so people can't say I'm making this stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
They had to take a vote to continue paying what they call phase 2 for this Levitate company. Commissioner Sankey, he stood his ground. He said he would not agree to suspend their rules. He would not vote, which caused them not to be able to do their vote. And he even publicly commented that this company has become a lobbying firm. And they're not doing what they were, originally contracted to do. So I would love for Sankey to come on your show because he seems to be the only one that will tell the truth about what's going on.
Well, I'll see if I can get it. I'm just wondering, 44 grand every month from the city and the county, and that's $528,000 a year.
Ladies and gentlemen, and he made the statement, and it's on record. So here you go. Here's one guy trying to actually fight for the people. Don't put them all in the same category because he finally has woke up, I think.
Yeah. Right. I think originally. All right. I appreciate it. Appreciate the information there. 860-1440. It's 8:12 in the morning. If you got to be there by 8:15, you got 3 minutes. You got to be there by 8:30. Get 18 minutes. So either way it go, you got a little time left to get there. Don't forget, do you feel low? You feel like you got no energy? Low libido? Well, you may have what commonly known as low T, low testosterone. Now you can spend $99 and go to Montgomery Men's Health, and you can change your life. When's the last time spending $99 would change your life? Well, if you spend that $99 at Men's Health and get your testosterone checked out and your prostate looked at, it may change your life. Okay. Remember when you were just a little bit younger, not so long ago? Okay. No one can stop you or top you. You were the man. Well, you can have that back again. But first of all, you need to make sure that your testosterone level is where it's supposed to be and adequate enough for your age group. Okay. So give them a call, 334-440-3663. Get your old self back. Stop laying on the couch and feeling like you lost everything you haven't. You just got to get that T up. Okay, there's high T, low T, and sweet T. I'll let you figure which one you are. But you need to go over there and look at and have them check you out and tell you. Now, when I walked in there, had mine checked, they were all bowing down to, you the man, you the man, you the man. So I understand that. But everybody can't be me. Okay, so you need to go over there to Montgomery Men's Health. Okay, give them a call. You got to make an appointment. 440-3663. It is the best $99 you will ever spend. Not even $100. $99 you'll ever spend to find out where you are. We're all getting older. Okay, some of us getting older than others. But you start losing testosterone around 25, 26 years old, somewhere around there. And it's a continuing decline. But they can help you boost it up and get it back up again, okay? Again, Montgomery Men's Health, you give them a call at 334-440-3663. Spend that $99 and change your life, okay? Really, seriously, change life. I'm serious about that, okay? Good morning, who's this? Nah, I was feeling terrible yesterday. I was laying in the bed. I said, yeah, I was out of it yesterday. Well, I will. I'll see if he wants to come up. Yeah, if he wants to come up, I'll let him come up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he is ready to go back to school, I guess, and see how that all works out. I really thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let me take one more. Okay, I'll take one more. Then I'll take my first break. Good morning. Thanks for holding. Morning.
I just want to say, man, that those guys are still a lot of public funds, and they've been doing it for a while. But I think you need to get those guys, those city council back on the radio. All of them lied to you. They're not honest with you. You need to hold them accountable. They lying about every bill and about the money. And I think you need to hold them accountable. Those city council lying to you when they come on your show about the gay restrooms and everything and the money.
Yeah, it's my understanding they're trying to bring back this non-discrimination ordinance again, and we got to fight that if it comes back up.
On your radio show, they was not for that, and then I heard they voted for it just the other day. So you need to get those guys back on the whole. You need to be a little more tough on them. You're too nice to them.
Yeah, I have been nice. I don't think I feel like being nice anymore. Because nothing seems to change. Nothing seems to change, and this American Rescue Plan thing, I mean, $42,000 a month to a company just to tell us what we can do. That's crazy.
Somebody gave somebody they know a contract to get some free money. They call it what it is. You need to be a lot more tough on when they come on the radio because they lying to you.
All right, I'll keep that in mind, my friend. I'll keep that in mind. And we got to take a break. We'll be back 860-1440. You can text me 241-9998. That's 241-9998. You got to put 334-241-9998. Please text, brother. I'll take your messages and read them on the air if you don't mind. I won't ever give your name, won't ever say who it is. But if you want to give me some information that we can use, we'll listen to it. All right? 860-1440 numbers here. But hold on, we'll be back.
It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has everything you need for school at prices that won't hold you back. Right now, Staples one-subject notebooks are just 35 cents each. Plus, select backpacks are 50% off. Backpack offer ends 8/6. Notebook offer ends 8/27. Limit 30. Don't send your kids back to school. Send them forward at Staples.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got a new accident reported 3700 block of West Boulevard. So please use caution there. 3700 block of West Boulevard, and that's an accident with injury. Outside of that, we're looking good. Interstate systems moving slow, 85 south around Ann Street, so be careful there. See Bruce Dean for a new home. It's easier than you think at Jayco Manufactured Homes on Wetumpka Highway. Over 30 homes to choose from on the lot, plus new homes are arriving weekly. Jayco Manufactured Homes on the Wetumpka Highway. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners. Take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
You know, if you look at the resulting tax hike, for example, we did not raise taxes. Manchin was on Fox News Sunday. Yes, they did, as he did this deal with Schumer. You know, he means the deal wouldn't raise the top tax rates, but it does impose a 15% corporate minimum tax, and the resulting tax hike, $313 billion, thereby targets companies whose business is capital intensive, meaning they have to invest heavily to function. So, for example, if you look at what the Wharton School of Business is saying, UPenn, the breakthrough U.S. legislative deal, key parts of it, won't reduce inflation at all, according to the UPenn study. Not at all, not one bit.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
More inflation and $30 trillion in debt. It's looking like 2008 all over again. Millions of Americans watch their retirement savings disappear, while those who invested in physical gold and silver were protected. And if you have $50,000 or more in your IRA, 401k, or savings, you could be at risk again. Right now, thousands of Americans are using an IRS loophole to add physical gold and silver to their retirement savings. So call 855-815-GOLD, GOLD, to get a free gold IRA kit and learn how you could get $10,000 or more in free silver to protect your retirement savings. Goldco is the company Sean Hannity and I recommend for gold and silver, and they've helped place nearly $1 billion in precious metals. We could be looking at a recession worse than 2008, so don't wait. Call Goldco today. Call 855-815-GOLD, 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe and his gang.
How much extra do you need to account for the fudge factor, whether it's the market not behaving or inflation not behaving? I was surprised, OG, that when you said fudge factor, Doug's eyes in years didn't even perk up. Just set the fudge right out there and let Doug marinate it. You're gonna have to rephrase that.
Stacking Benjamins. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You could have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep. And find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
All righty then. New York, New York. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. We're talking about the American Rescue Plan and County of Montgomery and all the other things that we keep getting promised every year by somebody. And although we are still paying that $42,000 a year, I mean a month, not a year, a month to levitate. And we're wondering how much of that money could have been spent in some of these neighborhoods. How much of that? My Lord. I mean, I understand. Okay. By the stretch of my imagination, okay, let's say I give in, okay, maybe there are things legalese inside these contracts that we didn't know about. Okay, listen, 6 months, we should know. Okay, this has been going on too long. and I think they've been doing it for over a year now, and that's $528,000. You know how many things we can do for $528,000? A lot of things. So I just wonder where it's city council, where it's county commission on this. It looked like to me that Isaiah Sankey is the only, according to my caller just now, the only one who said something about this. I mean, that's a lot of money. $42,000 a month. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's Perry Mason money. You know, come on, man. Perry Mason. Let me see who this is. Good morning. Who's this? Man, y'all whine. Y'all whine too much sometimes. Anyway. Huh? Well, yeah, I can go back. What is it? You talking about the lady that was just right. What is it? Well, I mean, that's a lot of money to pay someone. Sure, yeah. But well, it's not about equity. Well, again, though, we have an accountability to ourselves, and this has got nothing to do. But this is the county. But this is the county and the city. This has got nothing to do with just the mayor. This is also the county commission. I don't know who the county is, but the personnel who populate these areas are black and white. Well, I'm not saying that the mayor hasn't been doing the right thing. We want to know. Right. Well, what we want is a count. We need. Well, I don't know. We need somebody to come in and tell us. Well, I mean, I don't know. I imagine it may have been said. You know. Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, not a problem. I thought about you. I just went there to look around. Yeah. The bus ride back was tough, but the bus ride going up there wasn't that big a deal. I mean, we put a lady quit. Well, I'm not. Well, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I wouldn't insult the freedom riders, with a lie like that. No, I'm one of them, so I can talk about them. But anyway, as always, it's good to hear from you. Okay, it's good to hear from you. I think, you always insulting my paratrooperness. Anyway, there are many people who saw me jump out of the airplane, although they probably didn't know it was me at the time because when you got all that junk on, people don't really know who it is. Anyway, but I do have a picture of me coming out the bird. I do have a picture of me coming out the bird one time. But we'll be back.
New York, I wanna wake
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
Plenty of showers and storms on Monday, and I expect more of the same today. Coverage up around 50 to 60%. So a lot of us see rain again today. Some of the storms could have gusty wind, a lot of lightning, and some very heavy rain. So keep that in mind. Temperatures around 90, 91 degrees. If you don't see much rain, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll do the same thing again on Wednesday. Coverage around 50 to 60% with highs in the low 90s. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Reporting Montgomery got a couple of accidents, 3500 block of McGee Road and the 3700 block of West Boulevard with injuries. So please use caution in both of those areas. At ReinhardtToyota.com, you can see and purchase vehicles that are on order and haven't even arrived yet. Get the Toyota you want at ReinhardtToyota.com. Buckle up, front and back, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major
Call
Delay.
our experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
Job recession-proof. Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You can have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my feet. First order of business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there, but see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567.
Is your job recession-proof? Now might be the perfect time to switch careers and become an IT professional with My Computer Career. IT is listed as one of the top recession-proof professions. You can have your dream job in just months, not years. No experience needed. Take classes online or on campus. And financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Go to mycomputercareer.edu.
Top of the heap. Top of the heap.
Bedroom suits is low as
Well.
living room sets, $49 a month. Table and chair sets, $49 a month. Save big on home office, entertainment consoles, and outdoor. Bookcases from $169, bar stools from $66. Eat free from high prices and save big on 100% solid wood furniture. Interest-free financing available.
Other than saying for almost 30 years.
You don't got fake money, don't got fake wood. Good morning, Alabama.
How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Point Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep. For Wolf Point Bedding next to American.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Okay, all righty then. I'm here. I'm live. We're in person. I don't know what happened to my music there, but something happened to it. It went someplace. I don't know where. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. I was playing. Oh, no wonder. That was the wrong thing actually. Yeah, this is where we're trying to go. That said Comrex, not computer. Okay, I got you. Gotta get my glasses. Okay. All right then. Good morning to you. It's 8:35 in the morning. Don't forget, our show's been brought to you in part by. That's right. None other than JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto. You need a car. You need a good one. You need a pre-loved car, not you, but pre-loved car. And you need to if you want it dependable. If you want it to make sure it was checked out, you don't have to worry about bringing it back the day you take it off the lot because it's been checked, it has been cleared, it has been clean of all known issues and passed a rigorous as well as vigorous inspection process. So if you're ready to ride, go to 208 Gun Road or call 334-272-4313. But here's the really thing about it. You can buy there, you can pay there. You don't have to worry about kissing the ring of Montgomery's credit bureau. Okay? Buy there, pay there. So give them a call, 272-4313, 272-4313, 272-4313. Ask for Steve. That's not a text number. You got to call them and look for somebody on the, to talk to you on the telephone. They don't do the online thing, but they do have online inventory. You can check it out. JLLaneTruckandAuto.com, where you can ride, you can come in walking, but you can leave riding and talking. Oh yeah. All righty then. Good morning, everybody. I hope this day finds you well. Finds everybody doing okay. Before I go back to the phone, somebody wrote me a text here. It says, one of Levitate's partners is a very influential white woman with inroads to many of the white power brokers in the river region and North Alabama. Otherwise, Levitate may not have gotten the contract. He said, ask Doug and Rhonda, and Isaiah knows. Okay, then. So I guess that pretty much puts that. Let me see. Why is comes all this? Oh, okay. Then I see. Okay. Uh-huh. Well, one thing about this city, there's always some scuttlebutt going on around here. But we're all wondering. I mean, we could figure out that law. They figured out that law enough to know that they can be paid $42,000 a month. Okay, I would assume they figured out a couple other things. So since they figured it out, all that money, I mean, we should know everything we can't do. We should know everything we can do, can't do, and can do by now. So I don't know, but I guess that's not in my wheelhouse. Like Jenkins says, not my circus, so it ain't my monkey. Okay, 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us a call? Let me talk to you. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. He's in Sweden. Yeah, he's in Sweden right now. Yeah. All right, there for the country club. All right, I'll check into that. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah.
Commercial. You know, I have never stood up and advocated for anybody having something because they were black. I didn't even know the people were what race they were. It doesn't make any difference. And why should we be concerned? Because we're members of the public. They're supposed to be doing our business, not their business. But for him to sit up and lie, have you ever heard me advocate? Even when Doug came on, I was advocating for something because of race.
No, I cannot say that. No. Okay, then I cannot argue with that. That's a truism. Appreciate it. 860-14-4 is the number here. You want to give us a call up, talk to you, whatever in your mind this morning. Here's another thing, too. Well, I'll get to that in a second. We have time. We'll get to that in a second. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Yeah, turn that down. Turn that radio down back in the back of you there. Yeah, turn that radio down back there. Mr. C, turn down your radio all the way down, and then you can talk. Well, I thought Brooklyn was in New York City. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I didn't get a chance to go to Kona Island. I didn't stay there long enough. But next time I go, I'll go. Cause see, I got a great awakening when I got there that it takes a lot of money. Yeah, only went up. Okay, yeah, I only went up there with $200. I figured that's enough to buy me some chow and stuff like that. But yeah, that didn't work out too good. You got to have all kinds of money in New York. But I love the city though. I love the city. It's a place where things is happening. Good morning. Okay. And again, though, the city council has to approve wherever the money goes to. So whether it's the mayor or not, I mean, right now, I don't think the money's going any place, except the only place I know it's going to is Levitate, and it's going to the city council. The Chamber of Commerce got a little bit, not very much. It's got a little bit. So I don't know, if anybody. I don't know if anybody knows. Man, it's 8:43 and it's getting late. Also, don't forget city council meeting tonight. It has William Boyd is trying to get a what do you call that when you rezone something? Rezoning. His building, his car lot is going to be at the same place. The front door will change, but the car lot's got to be at the same place it is now. They're just gonna read. Nobody else is putting anything in West Montgomery on Fairview Avenue. I mean, nobody else is doing anything. So I hope that the city council lets this man put his business up, because obviously the city council and the people since we don't have a levitator, we don't have nobody. I don't know. We have an economic development. I keep hearing about economic development, but it's like Sasquatch. Everybody hears about them, but nobody really knows them. Okay, the only economic development I see going on right now is with him. And they want to stop him from putting up his little car lot thing there. Well, would I rather have a crack house there? And Lord knows we got enough chicken places, or maybe they can find another place across the street for him and put his business, whatever the case may be. But I think somebody ought to invest some money in West Montgomery. I don't have any money to invest in it. So since he's willing to do it, we ought to give him all the help we can give him to make that place look better. Okay, I'm just saying, you might want to do that. 860-1440. Got to take a break, and we'll be back right after these messages. It seems to me that on one hand, we say we want economic development, but we don't want your kind of economic development. Okay, we want a certain kind, but we don't want your kind. And right now, I swear, we if we get one more event center, okay, one more liquor store, okay, one more liquor store in the hood, and Lord knows we got enough churches. I mean, we don't have enough people going to church, but we got enough church buildings. Okay, so I'm just saying we need to put someone over there that creates jobs rather than manipulates those with jobs. We'll be back.
Gonna see the light.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Plenty of showers and storms on Monday, and I expect more of the same today. Coverage up around 50 to 60%. So a lot of us see rain again today. Some of the storms could have gusty wind, a lot of lightning, and some very heavy rain. So keep that in mind. Temperatures around 90, 91 degrees. If you don't see much rain, it'll be partly to mostly cloudy. We'll do the same thing again on Wednesday. Coverage around 50 highs in the low 90s. That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
My job, finances, everything's so crazy. I just want to be in control. With Sam, I can.
Sam is Smart About Money, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Get empowered. Reach your financial goals. Visit samican.org.
I'm Tiffany. I have some tips for you on how to quit smoking like I did. First, I did some reading about it. I found a lot of great advice on how to quit smoking and picked out the ways I thought would work best for me. I started by setting a quit date. Then I threw out my ashtrays, lighters, and matches. I did other things too, like exercising more, and it worked. But I'd still get cravings, especially on long car rides. To help me with that, I put a picture of my mother in my car. She died of lung cancer from smoking cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
I'm Ed Harl, author of The Kindness Revolution. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, I sent a text message letting them know how much we enjoyed being with them. That same day, we received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message seem somewhat indifferent. In today's high-tech, low-touch world, how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful, handwritten note once in a while. Me. I'm ordering stationery and getting in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net. My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, we received a handwritten note which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner together, along with an article that we had discussed. You know, in today's high-tech, low-touch world, it's refreshing to get a thoughtful handwritten note once in a while. It's enough to inspire me to get started. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
The Jordan B. Peterson podcast with his very special two-part guest, Joe Rogan.
Oftentimes, the last hour of a 3-hour podcast is the best hour.
Yeah, well, that intuition was certainly right and revolutionary.
Part of my revolutionary idea is just me being stubborn.
The Jordan B. Peterson podcast and special guest, Joe Rogan. Download it free and easy at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from the Westwood One Podcast Network.
Half of Alabama residents use a septic tank. Are you one of them? Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and be expensive to repair. So know the warning signs: wet spots in your yard, slow draining toilets or drains, gurgling sounds in drains, and sewage odors. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. Keep a separate container for grease and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphate and spread laundry loads over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. You need a permit before installing a new system or before repairing an existing one. Your local health department has a copy of the septic tank system permit that indicates the location of your system and the size of the tank.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
He's an All-American, a 2-time Rhodes Scholar, and a 5-time decorated military hero. Revisionist history at its best. Now, back to Decisions with Kevin Elkins on News Radio 1440.
Okay, I got a couple of things that go to end the show at this morning, but there was an article in the paper the other day of a 6-year-old child being arrested by the police. Now, 20 years ago, I'd have said, that's a little bit overkill. I would say this is a little overkill. We don't need to arrest a 6-year-old. I said change my mind. Okay, change my mind. Because looking at some of the parenting skills of some of these parents, and they teach their children disrespect. Yeah. Put them in handcuffs. Yeah. If you're in the kindergarten and you go to school acting like a fool, if you want to act grown, treat them like you're grown. Put the zip ties on them, put them in the back of the car, and tell them to shut up and take them downtown. Okay? And that maybe, just maybe, we would save his life at some point in time alone. Yeah. 6 years old, that's not too young to put him in handcuffs. Okay? No. We got 6-year-old killing kids, killing folks. So I'm just I think if you have to call the police on a child, no matter how old he is, yeah, you put his butt in handcuffs. Although they don't have handcuffs, they get these zip ties. I've been trying to figure out how to get out of a zip tie. I've been trying to perfect my method of getting out of them, and so far I have not come up with a way to get out of them. I know there's a way, but I haven't figured out how. I put myself in one other day, and it took me like 2.5 hours to get out of it. I had to finally get to the knife and hoping I didn't cut my wrist while I was trying to cut it. So, that's just where it goes sometimes. 860-1440 number. You want to give us a call, talk to you, whatever on your mind. Good morning, who's this? What? But that's assuming that I have to prove it. I don't. Right. And you know what? Hey, let me ask you something. I can show you the picture, which okay. Okay. Woo! Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Oh, let me stop my music. I don't know. I got new equipment here, so it's I'm right. Right. Okay, and that's at 4 o'clock, right? Okay, it's 4 o'clock this afternoon. Good morning. Who's this? What I saw. Yeah, but he's trying to upgrade it now and put new building over a new building. I mean, y'all Negroes gotta figure this out. Either we want to do something different in our communities. You know what we do? Really, we need another pawn shop. We need another payday loan, but I ain't got nothing against payday loan. All we want to do is put things in there that take away from the community. I mean, do we need another Popeye's chicken? I don't think so. So y'all need to decide what it is that we want. Do we want to grow or we just want to complain? Good morning. Who's this? Turn your radio down. Mm-hmm. We're brand new. Exactly.
I don't even know anything about that man's business. He's trying to put up a business, and he saw the eye store. It's just a hate Montgomery. That's the funny thing.
Yeah, I can't figure. A guy's trying to help the community, and I went down a couple weeks ago. Thanks for calling. I went down a couple weeks ago, and I saw the guy complaining, moaning and groaning. Well, I went over there, and right next to them people's house over there, looked like an old crack house, burned down building, and they worried about that man putting up a brand new building over there, which is something I haven't seen in West Montgomery in a long time. Is a brand new building, a building put up. Well, so far, we've been using the same old buildings that have been there and been there and been there. I hope the city council overrides the zoning commission today. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all of them do that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know they do, but pretty soon we can listen. Somebody asked a guy one time, "Why did you rob me?" He said, "'Cause that's where the money is." So sooner or later, we'll find it. We'll find our way over there. Yeah, that's what you think. But sooner or later, we'll go over there too and find them. Good morning. Well, right, he's trying to put something new there. Okay, I mean, he's trying to put something new there. Man, y'all just got to figure out what in the world do we want? Do we want economic prosperity, or do we want to have to go to the east side of Montgomery to see a great a business community? Because I'm not going out to Best Buy. Best Buy done moved and moved. They have moved so far now that they're almost in Bullitt County. I am not chasing any more businesses that run from our community our way out to the other side of town, and now they're going to make us come way over there. If you don't have a car, you can't even get there. No. Why can't we? Cloverdale. Look at Cloverdale. Cloverdale's a little small community, but they got a little bit of everything they need over there. They got restaurants. They got shoe play. I mean, they got stuff over there that's germane to the community in which they live. So I don't know. Do we like going other places to spend our money? What's wrong with spending money in your own community? But I don't know. Well, time's up. I'll be back tomorrow with something else interesting to say. So should we arrest 6-year-olds? Absolutely. Put their butt in jail. All right? That's what I'm saying. And remember, you can have courage or you can have comfort, but you cannot have them both at the same time. So decide what you want and stick with it. All right, time's up. See you later.
Now, your WSFA 12 news update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Tuesday. We start with news from around the world. The White House says the leader of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda is now dead. Military officials say a CIA drone strike took out Ayman al-Zawahiri in Kabul, Afghanistan over the weekend. He took over the terrorist group after U.S. forces took out Osama bin Laden 11 years ago. The death toll in Kentucky is up to 37 people, with hundreds still missing. This comes after devastating flooding in the state last week.
Ugh.
The efforts will continue this morning. Leaders hope many of those unaccounted for will be located once cell phone service resumes. There are now more than 5,000 confirmed cases of monkeypox in the U.S. and 16 cases in Alabama. The virus causes flu-like symptoms first, then after a few days, skin rashes and small cysts that can be painful or itchy. The good news, though, it doesn't spread easily, often requiring close skin-to-skin contact. That's your news on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jed Davis in the newsroom.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is a court-ordered notice. If you were subject to the data breaches of the United States Office of Personnel Management and you experienced an out-of-pocket loss after the breaches, you could be eligible for a payment from a class action settlement. To see if you're eligible, go to opmdatabreach.com or call 1-855-917-3567. That's